we think the numbers that we have are good, but they're only as good as the agencies that report to us, and the agencies can only report what's reported to them. So if the public doesn't report a crime, it's not going to show up in these statistics. So this slide shows the crime in Alaska as reported in 2017. As you can see, crime is up. We all know that. Most significantly, that I noticed in 2017, murder is up almost 20%, and vehicle theft is, as we all know, is up almost 40%. We took the violent crime rates here over from 2007 to 2017. The blue line is Alaska's crime rates. The dotted line is the nationwide crime rates. As you can see, murder rate was a lot even with the national rate for Alaska. Starting in 2013, it started going up. I also wanted to point out the dotted line with rape. Prior to 2013, uniform crime reporting only recorded female victims that were penetrated vaginally. Obviously, that was an old and outdated definition of sexual assault, and it was changed in 2013 to include males and at the oral, anal, or vaginal cavities. So, as you can see, of course, rape rate went up there. It's only because it wasn't being reported that way before. Aggravated assault rate we're significantly above the national norm. And robbery, again, looks like starting around 2014, the robbery rate has exceeded the national rate. Okay. Property crime, I think this is not a surprise to anybody in the room. Larceny theft is slightly above the national rate. Obviously, what stands out very clearly is the vehicle theft rate. Starting around 2014, it's gone up significantly. Okay. I just wanted to point out, it looks like the burglary rate actually for reported we were significantly below the national rate for quite a while until just about 2015 again. This is a little bit deceiving and needs to have some little caveats. I wanted to report on the number of drug arrests. Because of the summary reporting, I can't report on the number of drug charges, the drug cases that were charged. That's not in the top 10 categories, but we do have reports on drug arrests. The blue line is for sales or manufacture, and the green line is for possession. The other caveat to this is that in summary reporting, only the most serious charge is reported. So if somebody was charged with, say, burglary and possession of drugs, only the burglary arrest would be reported. So this is just in general terms, you can see that actually the rates are kind of declining, but that's really general. Some specifics about 2017 murders. 60% of the homicides involved a firearm, which is down actually from 83% in 2016. Of note is that females were primarily killed by an intimate partner, and over half, 59% of male victims were killed by an acquaintance. And most of the people arrested were white males. For rape, this is an astounding figure for me. The rape in Alaska is 249% higher than the national rate. And while 1,073 offenses were reported, only 126 persons were reported arrested for rape. And the majority of the people arrested for rape are Alaska Native American Indian males. Over $850,000 worth of property was taken through robberies in 2017. You can see that robberies have been increasing over the last 5 years quite a bit. The most common weapon was hands and feet. Firearm was second, which is a little bit counterintuitive, I think. And the majority of people arrested for robbery were white males. Assaults, again, we are 131% higher than the national rate. And I think of note is that the of people arrested, 94% were adults, 75 males, and 48 Alaska Indian or Alaska Native American Indian. Burglaries have been rising annually since 2013, with over $10 million worth of property being stolen in 2017 alone. The arrests for burglary are primarily white males as well. And for thefts, the majority of thefts came from motor vehicles, followed by shoplifting for the type of theft that was reported. Over $15.3 million worth of property was stolen via theft. And of people arrested, 89% were adults, 65 were males, and 60% were white. For vehicle theft, again, we could see a huge increase over the last couple of years, 48% in 2016, almost 40% in 2017. It's a 150% increase from 5 years ago and 62% compared to 10 years ago. Total property loss, $34.1 million. And of people arrested, the majority, again, were white male adults. And for arson is the one crime that went down in 2017. I'm happy to report that it went down. Structure fires were the major, primarily the buildings were primarily the targets of most arsons, and mobile property, 25%. 65% of the property, structural property, were residences. And of people arrested, again, white male adults.
You finished?
That's it.
Okay. Wow. So can you tell us the link where people can find this information?
Sure. The Department of Public Safety website, under statewide services, there's a link to uniform crime reports.